What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I've got my flashlight here so that we can go ahead and take a look at this Dynam Peaks Extreme together. So a few things happened. I do want to point out that 90% of all of the damage, because I was able to pull back on the stick, that's just my my expert piloting skills, right? No, because I wouldn't have crashed. I wouldn't have flown the damn thing through the sun or even near that sun if I had any type of tactical experience when it comes to flying. Honestly, you know what, guys? I've flown through the sun a million times, and something was wrong with this thing when I took off. Something wasn't quite right. I'm racking my head why the thing kept wanting to bank to the right on me, and here I am trying to bank it to the left. The plane wants to keep trying to bank to the right. Well, it's pretty simple, you guys. It's pretty simple. I told myself when I first bought this thing that the servos in this were not going to last long. I told myself that I was going to take them out. I told myself that I probably wouldn't be flying this much until I did get the servos changed out in it. And here it is, guys. Take a look at this. Look at that. So the servo is stripped completely, and what it was doing was it was holding elevator or deflection to make the plane pitch to the right, which is why I lost control of it. Which is why, like Pilot Ryan said the other day, you should always check your surfaces and always check your everything before you take off. Do I have an excuse this time? Yeah, I do and I don't. There's never an excuse for negligence, in my opinion. Shame on me for that. But I was also dealing with Kyle, and Kyle was getting really upset because he wanted me to get him up in the air with that drone exactly where it needed to be, and he's very, very particular. He's a very meticulous kid. He gets a little upset when things don't go exactly right. He was very upset at his last video that he did, trying to capture the plane with the drone. And I told him, I said, you know, that was your first time. For your first time, that's actually not that bad, man. I said, I don't think I would have done any better. Nobody else would have done any better. So he was a little upset. So we finally get out to do this one, and I crash it. It's kind of funny. What you don't hear on that video, on the flight video of his drone catching the plane crash, is him looking at me and saying, really? Out of all the times we've flown, you picked this time to crash? I totally blamed myself right away. I was like, no, I just lost the sight of it. I lost orientation of it. However, when I banked the plane to the left and pulled it around, she was right side up. And then I took my hands off the sticks for just a second to see if she was coming, see if she was coming towards me. I was trying to find the wheels, like I said. And sure enough, she was on her back again. She went through the sun again, and she was already on her back again. So I'm 100% convinced that that servo was stripped. It was holding deflection on the wing over there, and that's what was causing it to roll to the right. I was having to hold constant left aileron and a little bit of rudder to keep her from rolling over. Then finally, I thought everything was fine. The stabilizer was on, and no. I don't care what kind of a stabilizer you have. I don't care if you got the world's greatest stabilizer in the world. I don't care if you've got the Gyrotron 5000, it's not going to help. It's not going to help you in this situation. This situation was a servo that was bad, which, shame on me. Look at all the plastic in those servos, man. Look at all the plastic in those servos, you guys. It's all plastic. And what's crazy is that the motor that comes off of that thing, it's metal. I mean, I don't know how much metal is, and as far as small little pieces like that, but I don't think there should be a servo out there that's made of plastic anymore. I mean, have we not evolved far enough as a species and in this hobby to stop using plastic servos? I mean, have we not made things cheap enough so that no person in the world ever has to deal with a bad, stripped nylon servo ever again? I think we have. I mean, shit. We could put people on the we could put people on the moon. We could go to Mars. I mean, come on now. Tom Brady can win 6 Super Bowls. I mean, just putting that out there. But yet we can't get away from these nylon geared servos. It's crazy, man. And for what? A couple of cents? I think they should give you the option. You should at least get the option. Well, we got these shitty plastic nylon gear servos that come with the plane, or you could pay, $10 extra and we'll put a set of good metal gear servos in there. Really? I'll take option 2. And I bet you the census, everyone but that rare 1 or 2% would all say, put the metal gear servos in it. Just a little food for thought for you guys. I think that the human race as a species and as an intelligent collective, I honestly believe that we have the intelligence to move away from nylon gear servos. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. I want this one blowing up, man. I want you guys to blow up on this one. These things should not exist. The motors are great. That motor actually is still running in there. When I turn the plane on, you can hear it. It just sits there and goes. Rrr. So not only is it the servo stripped, the nylon gears are stripped, but the motor is stuck on, which means that means that I'm getting cross power somewhere. The power's crossing over somewhere in there, and it's keeping the servo running all the time. So damage report. This motor mount, well, it came loose. That's no big deal, you guys. That's really no big deal. I can't tell you how many times I've had to glue down a motor mount on a Dynam plane. It uses the same motor as all the Dynam planes. This motor right here is the same motor that is used on pretty much every single Dynam plane, like 1100 series to 1200, 1300 series. That is the same motor that's used on all. And I have to say, it's not a bad motor, you guys. It is a pretty decent motor. We could put good motors, good ESCs, nice, absolutely amazing EPO foam that Dynam uses. Absolutely amazing. My buddy, so at our AMA field, up at Sky Streakers AMA field here in New Gloucester, Maine, Eddie is our flying instructor there. And he told me that Dynam pretty much owns all the manufacturing for the blueprints or the molds for most planes out there. Dynam was doing molds for EPO foam before most. So they've got that part of their business down. But why? Why would you take such a beautiful plane like this? Good motor, decent set of little landing gear here with the pants on there already. And then just dog it all to hell and treat it like such shit and such garbage to put nylon geared servos in it. You guys, look, before I even took this thing out to fly it, I had to yank out that fucking shitty servo that was in the tail and put a really nice good one in there of my own. That is a bad mamma jamma right there. That's a really nice servo, man. These are the ones that came in it. It's little dinky ass things, man. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it, you guys. Try to help me understand why the human race is as intelligent as we are, that we can't stop doing stupid shit like this, that we can't start making things, like making quality actually mean something. If another alien came to our planet and was visiting, and we showed him this plane, he would praise the craftsmanship, the quality of the integrity and the strength of the foam in the plane. But then as soon as he started looking at the servos, which actually control how your plane moves, he would laugh at us and say, you guys are this intelligent, but yet you would take such a shoddy servo such an unpredictable servo and put it in such a nice plane. Shame on you guys. I'm out of here. He's like, I'm going to Alpha Centauri. He said, they got better shit there. Peace. So the damage report's not bad, you guys. So here we are in a nutshell. I need a new spinner. The dummy radial busted right out of this thing, so I just finished pulling it out. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go see if I can't dig myself out a freaking servo. I don't know if I have one, you guys. I really, really honestly don't know if I have one right now. I'll go try to find some, though. I think I have a couple stored, stashed away somewhere. Hopefully I can find a matching pair so I can get rid of that one too before it decides to go. And the only thing else that happened to this was during the impact, the extension to the elevator servo disconnected. Shame on me. I didn't have it taped together, you know what I mean? I didn't have it shrink tubed. Which I'm kind of glad that I didn't now, because had that force of pulled and that thing didn't come loose or break apart the way it did, it probably would have, you know, snapped the wire or something, the servo wire or something. But anyways, guys, just a quick damage report on the Dynam's Peaks Extreme. There's not really much damage at all, to be honest with you. A big crack here, a big crack there, a crack there. This pulled out of here, but that's no big deal, you guys. That's nothing. I needed to put some thin CA in there as well anyway. So the internals were all fine. The motor mount was a little loose. Dummy radial busted out. Broken prop. They send you two anyway, so I have a prop. I just don't have a spinner to put on there for right now. But you know what? I just want to fly it. I want to get it back out. I want freaking redemption. I want payback for what that shitty servo did to me and my son and ruined our flight. And even though it ruined the flight and we crashed the plane, it still made for good content. I just put that video up, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Instead of music this time, so I don't get in trouble with copyright shit anymore, I decided to just do a voiceover and narrate it for you a little bit. I was not doing it in real time. I was actually just... I made the recording of me talking about the video, and then I just merged it to the video. So nothing really, it doesn't really line up like you would want to, like say if you were watching it real time. But it's our first one. It's the first one that we've done. And that's the way we're going to do it from now on. Hopefully I can get Kyle to come in and say a few words once in a while on it. But that's it, guys. Here's the Dynam Peaks Extreme. Oh yeah, and it will be fixed today, and it will be going back up in the air today, because Kyle wants to get his video, he wants to get his footage of this thing flying. He wants a flight video. He doesn't want a crash video. He wants a flight video. So I promised him that I would get this thing fixed before he got home, and we could go back out and try it again. I'll be taking out a plane that I haven't flown in quite some time, and I'm really excited to go in there and grab it and take it off the wall and bring it out with us. And that's our little Free-Wing Panther, you guys. You guys are in for a treat. What an awesome plane. You guys are going to love this plane. I'm Dave, Dave's RC. Peace.